Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new episode of your favorite talk show, Bahrain Now, with your host, myself, Bara Abdallah, as we bring you the kingdom's latest topics and initiatives, as well as showcasing local talents and more, all happening right here, right after this break. So, don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have an interesting story right now, as our next guest is a musician who got into the filmmaking world. So with us is the very much talented Amr Atif. How are you?
Fine, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. So you have an interesting story as we got to know, from music to filmmaking. So tell us about you being a musician.
Well, it all started in 2016 when I was a student in the University of Bahrain. When I saw the music club, this place is like, wow, this is where I want to be. And there I met all my friends and my band members. We created a band after we made like a big concert inside the university.
Okay.
We call it Evolution Band. We actually didn't make a lot of original work, but it was more as covers on our way.
Right.
We was focusing more on the Egyptian and the classical songs, mostly in Arabic.
Okay.
And the band lasted for like almost 3 years. Started from 2016 till the end of 2018, and then life happened.
It did.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yes.
So now when, as you said, life happened,
Yeah.
was that a spark like it's time to change?
Yeah, it's just for all of us because everybody has his own path. For me, I was into business more. Somebody got employed. Somebody had like hard classes. They need to focus more, and to be in a band continuously and to have professionally on stage, we have to make a lot of practices, and it takes time. Like it's not just go directly to stage.
Right.
No, we practice a lot, so we couldn't have all of this time.
Right.
So everybody we had to stop it for some time right now, and mashallah, I'm proud of all of them that everybody just reached somewhere, and they're all successful in their career.
I totally understand that. I got a lot of my friends who are into the music industry, right?
Yeah.
And it's that they rehearse every day, right? And then by the time they get a gig, and not necessarily a gig that can actually pay off for all that time, it's a gig after another gig, and another, and it's very time consuming. So I totally understand that.
Exactly. It's because mostly we was in love with the stage. Like this is the most thing I miss the most, starting from the pandemic.
Yeah.
Starting from the pandemic until now, we didn't even go to any concert. So this is what we love. We love the energy, we love the people, and the interactions that we're having, and all the claps and stuff. So this is what we miss the most. So we didn't give so much care to turn this into something for living.
Right.
So that we didn't give a lot of attention for, because we know like now or eventually we were gonna end in another career next to music.
Right.
So maybe that's why it didn't give us the biggest push to continue. Maybe at that time.
I understand. So how did you become a filmmaker? What's that jump from musician to filmmaker?
Yeah, actually, this is what I studied already in university. I studied media, radio, and TV.
Okay.
And I got my passion there, starting from my professor, Dr. Muhammad Sayed. He is the one who is we call him like the godfather of the media people.
All right.
He was pushing us a lot, and he was trying to make us check our strength points. So I said okay, I love drama production, and I would like to start making movies. And on that days we didn't have any heavy equipments or something. We were just trying with a small camera and phones and stuff. And after that, just after we graduated, got from a job to another, but I had that dream to make my own thing, like maybe from the third year when I was in the university, because I believe that I had a vision that I want to make.
Right.
That I hope that I can achieve something in that field, right? And especially in Bahrain, it's going to be great that someone give it the attention that it deserves.
Right. Oh, love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So now, as being in the filmmaking industry, right? What is your interest? Are you into commercial? Are you trying to get into more like filmmaking, like Steven Spielberg? Where is your direction right now?
Well, actually, it's most probably with the commercials,
Right.
because it's already what is going with the business life right now. So
Right.
everybody is asking for it, and there's a lot of requirements. Even in Bahrain and GCC, I've had a lot of of my own clients here in Bahrain, Dubai, and soon enough, inshallah, in Saudi Arabia. And
Best
but
of luck.
and somehow, thank you so much. And somehow I'm trying to avoid any basic production. Like I just don't like it.
Basic production.
Yeah.
We're talking about it's like movie maker kind of stuff. It's like cut scene. What is basic production? for
Well,
you?
it just that we call it the direct ads. Okay,
Alright.
that this is the product or this is the service. Just show it from camera, and that's it. No, I don't like that.
Okay.
I cannot handle it. I'm trying. Me and my team, we're trying our best that we do some things differently. We do things with a creative way. We deal with the advertise as a film. Like we find the idea, we write a script, we hire actors or models, and we find
Right.
location, blah blah blah.
Okay.
So we give it more attention. That maybe this is the point that makes us different than a lot of people who got into the field recently.
Right. You know, we had different filmmakers on the same place we're right now at.
Yeah.
And I have the same question asked to each one of them. I'm going to ask you the same question
Sure.
right now. If right now I'm about to give you 1 million Bahraini dinars, not
Okay.
dollars, dinars, not Bitcoin,
Yeah.
dinars. All right?
Yes.
What you going to do with that as a film?
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot?
That's a lot to start with.
Really?
That's like not in the industry, because it's already starting from millions. Okay.
Okay.
But as from here in Bahrain, we can do a lot of it, like, because there is a lot of talents in
Okay,
Bahrain
okay.
that people have no idea about them. And plus,
Yeah.
let me add for you, there is a lot of talents in acting, in singing, in arts, and everything, but they're afraid. Okay.
Okay.
So they need some motivation. They need someone to invest in them to put them from camera.
All right.
That's the point. So if I have 1 million dinar in my industry, of course, first thing I will work on to grow my business, grow my company more, and everything. And on the same time, I will invest in talents,
Okay.
because they're the future.
Right.
Because whatever the amount I'm gonna put in someone, okay, I'm pretty sure that if they have it,
All right.
okay, they're gonna get it back, like even 100 million. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe
well,
that happen.
Do you have a script right now ready to go if you had the 1 million dinars?
Well, not at the moment, but we have like 1,000 ideas per day,
1,000
every day in
ideas
business.
per
Believe me.
Is, like, okay, I would really want to know what's your interest. Like, for example, is it a horror movie? You want to do a romantic comedy? You want to do the next Marvel? What would that be?
Well, that's interesting thing. Like I'm a superhero guy, of course. Like
Okay.
this is
Like
like my
Captain America?
dream. Exactly. Like but when it comes to my major and what I was doing, it's more to reality shows and documentaries.
Okay.
Because I was good at that. Even after I got out of the university, and actually we're having something coming up right now, but not in Bahrain. It's gonna be in Dubai.
Okay.
It's gonna be a reality show with the real estate production. So
Okay.
we are trying to put our field in other businesses. Okay.
Interesting.
Like because this thing, it makes it so much exciting. You have a lot of stories to play with, and on the same time you make this like you put them under the spotlight, because there's a lot of achievement you need to focus on.
All right. So we're talking about a reality TV show for property owners.
Yeah.
Here in the GCC.
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
gonna watch that.
That's
watch
gonna be amazing.
Right.
we want like the biggest fan.
We will definitely. I mean, even people behind the scenes right now, they're like, let's go.
Hopefully it's going to work out. Actually, it's going to be more about one of our clients there in Dubai, and how they got into success, because they're one of the best agencies there. We're going to tell their stories from scratch and tell what they're doing right now, how their lifestyle is going, how they manage to create all of this success in a very a small amount of years.
Okay.
So but we will do it in the reality show kind of
All right.
theme.
All right.
That's what we're working on right now. We will start working on it, inshallah. And yeah, I think when anything front camera, you just need to give me the excitement.
Right.
Despite of the content, if it's going to be an ad, a show, I don't care. I need an excitement. I need you have 5 seconds to entertain me. That's it.
5 seconds?
Because already, let's be honest. You already on your phone. You're on your phone, right?
Yes.
You're just scrolling through
Social
Instagram.
media, right?
Exactly, on social media. And then you notice something. What will make you stop? Right? What will make you stop? It's because you're gonna watch something that's gonna make you excited. Okay? It's like, okay, what is that? I'm gonna follow that. All right. So you have, that's what I believe in. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but I know very well that everybody after 5 seconds of not interesting, they will just
I think right now it's
continue.
less than 5 seconds, man. You're being too generous right now.
Right?
On social media right now with all the platforms, the currency is attention.
Yeah.
So how can you get my attention in less than 5 seconds? What would you do?
Well, there are always a lot
Hey,
of
what's up?
elements.
What's up?
That's number one. So there's a lot of elements. So that's we started with subscribe, the one that you give it right now, and always the conflict. The element of conflict is like number one because it's human.
Right.
All right. If we're sitting here in the studio and we hear like some loud fight, somehow we're gonna leave everything and we're gonna look the other way, right? So this is the element of conflict. That's number one. Okay.
Right.
And there is 1,000 elements for the human attention, like conflict, beauty, and
Right.
everything else. So we always try to start with something unique, so we can drag the viewer to see our product, our services, or
Okay.
our story.
Please hire me.
This is like the best. This is the best thing I've ever had, guys.
No, I really appreciate you, man. I mean, you have quite a story right there. It's very eye-opening. Not only that, it's very educational. I think the fact is that we don't get to hear these stories a lot, and this is real.
Yeah.
This is really real. So before we end this talk, any last words you want to give to your viewers?
Well, actually, I would like to thank everyone that they got me here. Okay, and I hope that from all my friends in the same industry, I would like to tell them, keep being creative, keep trying to be the best, because already there's a lot of people, they started it and they did a great work. They got into international places, and I hope the best for all of them.
Man, and the best all to you as well and your team.
Thank you so
And
much.
you never know, maybe in the next interview, we're going to talk about how successful that property show is.
I hope,
Right?
Definitely,
Inshallah. Man, best of luck to you.
Thank you so
Really.
much, Barat. Thank you
Much
so much.
appreciated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it yourself. You know you can change from being a musician to a filmmaker, and the world will just open up to you. All that took place right here with Amr Atif, right here on Bahrain Now. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, the CPISP alumni is a community that is here to support the Bahraini youth through educational events, professional workshops, and networking events, with over 100 members from different backgrounds working in different industries all around the world for them to share their knowledge with the youth. So to talk to us more about it is Mr. Ahmed and Iman. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening. Hi. We're good. How are you?
I'm good. Iman, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Actually very excited. Like, you know, yesterday I was telling the guys, I'm meeting the people who've been through the Crown Princess program. It's like, you mean the Avengers of Bahrain?
Well, we're flattered. Thank you.
That's who you are to us, really. You know, pretty much going to all these amazing programs, what's happening around the world. You come to Bahrain and you give us this new visions, new missions, new way of doing things. So Ahmed, tell us more about you being involved in the program.
Okay, so I've been involved in the program from the beginning. We had 10 founding members. We started in 2019. That's when we established the program. And we all, I think, went and studied abroad. We were part of the scholarship program, and which is part of His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince. And we inspired by his vision of empowering young Bahrainis to go abroad, equip them with the tools needed to excel and contribute to the Bahraini community. And so we thought we want to pay back to our community. And we wanted to start that organization. And so that's how I really got involved. Iman felt the same way.
Of course. We wanted to give back to the community, and we wanted to bring all of the alumni together in a space that really encourages young Bahrainis to reach their full potential.
Amazing, amazing. So what programs have you been involved in? I mean, I'm sure you've been doing a lot. So you've been abroad, right? So starting with Iman, what program you've been involved in?
In terms of the Alumni Association itself, a core and central program that we have ran is the Innovation Challenge.
Right.
And we, as a social community service, we're part of the social fabric of Bahrain, and we had to be responsive to the COVID pandemic that has hit Bahrain. In particular, we have found that many university students and graduates have not had the opportunity to have internships because of the pandemic.
Right.
So we created this innovation challenge, and what it is really building on the amazing work that's being done on the startup ecosystem in Bahrain. And it's taking students and giving them a safe space to experiment and to create innovative solutions that could lead to entrepreneurial ventures.
Love that. Love that. What about you, Ahmed? What's been going on?
So like Iman said, we're trying to find these opportunities where we can really play a role and help the young Bahrainis. So that was an opportunity with COVID. Another thing we have is a mentoring program, and we have university talks.
Okay.
So about the mentoring program, it's made for Bahraini high school students in their senior year. And we've all been in senior year. We've been in their shoes. We know how stressful it can be.
Right.
They have all these standardized tests that they need to take. They're applying to colleges. They're still competing for the scholarship program they want to get.
Right.
And plus they have the exams obviously in their own school. So us being there, being in their shoes, we wanted to provide them with some tips and advices. And so through the mentoring program, we have one-on-one mentorship with the alumni, with the students. And then we also have panel talks talking about what things you should consider when you want to apply to colleges. How do you ace your tests? Things that are really relevant for them, just to a little bit ease the situation and the stress that they feel at such young age as well. So the other program we have is the university talks. And for that, we have contacted our scholars and alumni working abroad or at universities on their research. And what we do is that we work with universities in Bahrain, bringing these people and giving talks to students here in Bahrain. So these people are like experts in their field, or they can present a project that they've been working on to students here in Bahrain. And we hope that this will like motivate them, inspire them, as well as show the potential of what those students in Bahrain can do. So we've already been to UOB, we've been to Polytechnic, American University of Bahrain, British University of Bahrain, and next month we're going to be IBF. And we hope more universities can get involved with us, and we can help more students in Bahrain.
You've been very busy.
We've been trying to, yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot going on, and that, let alone the workshops and activities, and that you guys are putting together online, I guess, and even offline. There's a lot going on. So some of the workshops, maybe you can tell us a little bit about that, Iman?
Yes, so a lot of our workshops really center around education and education-based learning. So a lot of what we do is bring alumni to talk about their experiences, either going to universities abroad or talking about coming back and readjusting to life in Bahrain. Also, in addition to that, where we do talks that have to do with career choices and how do you think about your career? How do you think about transitioning from one career to another? Our alumni luckily have, spanned every spectrum in terms of their majors, their specialties, and jumping from one career to another.
Okay.
So that is something that we're really, really proud of, and we want to share it with the wider Bahrain community.
Amazing, amazing. You guys are doing an amazing job.
I mean, she's
here.
one example of those. I mean, she started in engineering, she did consulting, and now she has her own startup. So we have.
And now I transitioned into production, which has nothing to do with anything that I've done before. So.
And she loves Marvel.
And she loves Marvel.
Yes.
That's a plus.
Well, that's a lot going on. I mean, I think Bahrain's proud of you. I know Bahrain's proud of you. Definitely with what's going on. So all these workshops, events, you guys are keeping it busy, keeping it productive and positive. So what are the challenges you guys are facing right now with all of this? I'm sure, all is looking good, but are there some challenges you guys are facing right now?
There's always challenges. I think that's what makes it worth it, and that's what every successful business or organization would face. Some of the challenges, like Iman touched on, was during COVID, we couldn't have any gatherings, so all of the interactions, meetings, discussions were happening online. But at the same time, that was an opportunity for us to actually record all these sessions. So now, if you go on our website, you can find all these recordings that can benefit not people just this year, but like next year and the year after that.
Wow.
Other challenges, obviously, like we're at the start of their careers or mid-careers, so like finding the time is a challenge. But again, because we are so passionate and we want to pay back, I feel that really eases the situation for us, that it keeps us going.
I really appreciate that. You know, I mean, I think everybody appreciates what you guys are doing right now. As you know, even though you're done with the program, but you want to give back.
Thank you. Yeah.
So we really want to say thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like seriously. So now with all this happening, you've been through the challenges, you've done the workshops and the events. How can they contact you if they want to get more into the program? What should they, students and everybody should do?
I think the first step is to go through our website. So our website has all of the resources that Ahmed has already talked about and the recordings of any of the previous workshops that we've done. And I think it's a very good resource for any student or someone who's starting their career to check out. And this is where we actually announce a lot of our workshops as well. The other resource would be our Instagram, where we also put out any event that we're going to have. Sometimes we do Q&As on Instagram, so this is something that that people can look at if they want to keep track of what we're doing. We do have a strong partnership with universities in Bahrain, and we do put out any events that are related to universities through them. Other than that, you can just contact us on the email on our website, and we'd be happy to answer.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. So with all that being said, any last words to your viewers?
So for young Bahrainis, like high school students or like in college, we also, not just like the videos and recordings we have on our website, we also made a very comprehensive document, like a 50-page document that goes through all the process you need to navigate through your senior year, applying to colleges for different majors, like if you want to practice law, what you need to do, doctor, what you need to do, and all of that. So I really encourage people to follow us, like Iman said, on Instagram, at CPISPAA, and go to our website, cpispaa.com, to learn more and stay posted with our events. Thank you.
I love how you've just been looking at the camera, knowing that you're talking to the people right now. Amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much, Iman and Ahmed, for being with us here on Bahrain Now, and for just inspiring us with what you're doing, and the Avengers of Bahrain, assembling together to make things better for Bahrain. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Much appreciated.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the CPISPAA. Do contact them on Instagram, emails, or even through their website. More happening with them here for the future of Bahrain. All that on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to fitness and fitness instructors as they organize exercises programs to improve people's health and fitness. But sometimes it becomes difficult because of lack of time or finding a good place or being, in a lockdown during the pandemic. That's why it's a good option to have an online coaching. To talk to us more about it and go further with it, with us in the studio is Coach Sara Al-Kohaji. Good evening.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What about yourself?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
So, fitness training, things have been active with you most of the time, I guess.
Yeah.
So tell us your journey about you being a fitness coach.
Okay, I'll tell you my story and how it started. It started when I was 11 years old. I was a bad swimmer. I didn't know how to swim.
Oh, wow.
So one day my friend asked me Sarah, let's go swimming together,
Right.
And I was ashamed to tell her that I don't know how to swim. So I had 2 days before the weekend.
Right.
And I asked my mom, you have to take me to the pool. I need to practice. And she was like, Sarah, you can't get it in 2 days. You don't know how to swim.
Huh.
And I was like, no, Mom, I can do it. Yeah, so in 2 days, I taught myself how to swim. And since that day, I felt like I can be good at this. And I asked my mom to take me to swimming lessons just to learn how to do it in the right way. And after a month, they asked me to join the Bahrain Swimming Association. Yeah, so I was part of the Bahrain team for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I stopped because of, studies and stuff.
Right.
But then once I graduated from university, I started going to different gyms, trying different sports like Thai boxing, calisthenics, weightlifting. So
Calisthenics.
so I started doing different things, and I felt like I can be, like I'm always on the top, people in the class, you know.
Right.
So I felt like this is what I really love to do. And then in 2016, a friend of mine and her husband opened their own gym, Unlimited Plus Fitness.
Okay.
And they asked me to join their team to be a fitness instructor. So that's where I started being a fitness coach.
Okay.
Yeah, since 2016.
Let's recap.
Yeah,
In 2 days, you learned swimming.
exactly.
I'm 38. I can't swim.
Oh, okay.
So
Trust me, where there's a will, there's a way.
I didn't
Trust
drown yet, I guess, so I didn't have the option for that. Hopefully never.
Yeah. No.
And so you said you from swimming,
Yeah.
and then you tried Thai boxing, calisthenics.
Yes.
And all I can do is push-ups, maybe up to 5. And then you went to boxing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you tried martial arts, sports,
yes.
all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then you just said you want to be an instructor.
Yes.
So what is that thing? Like, what inspired you? I mean, yes, you saw people
Yeah.
and you managed to help them, but was there like one moment that said, you know what, I want to be a coach?
I wasn't sure if I want to be a coach because I was greedy. I wanted the whole time to be just for me.
Greedy. Interesting.
You know, I
Okay.
was like, no, I don't want to, like my time, I wanted to be for me. But then I
Me
thought
time.
about it, yeah, exactly. Then I thought about it more and I felt like, just like how I changed so much after working out every day, I want people to feel this change as well, and I think I can help them. So yeah, then I just did it, and I felt like I thought that I'm gonna stop after a few months,
Right.
but I just loved it more and more every day. You know, just hearing the feedback, seeing how people love it and enjoy it, and how you
Right.
can change people's lives. I felt like good about it, and I just continued, and I never stopped, and I don't want to stop.
All right, then possibly you will never stop
No.
doing that, you know? It
No.
feels good. I
Yes.
mean, it keeps you going.
It feels amazing. yeah.
Dopamine over 9,000. Awesome. Love that. So now, as things kind of became more difficult or different, I'm not sure what the right word to put right now, in the sense of coaching,
Yeah.
right? Before they're coming to the gym, you're
Exactly.
spending time asking them about how are you and the kids and all of that. Okay, now let's get working. Let's, break some sweat.
Yeah.
Now everything's happening. Well, not now, I guess, but even, to a certain period, it's happening online.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
In the beginning, I felt like nobody's gonna do it because people won't interact much, you know,
Right.
doing it online. But after trying it, I felt like it's the same, and people started loving it because they don't waste time going to the gym, or getting stuck in traffic, and so they can just do it when they're home.
Right.
So no excuse.
Right.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Some of the feedback that I got before by some of the coaches is they say that, well, the thing is about going online, there's an issue. Forget about the connectivity or whether I'm using Zoom or Teams, is that when I see the person performing a certain exercise, I'm not seeing all the angles.
Okay.
It's just one,
Yeah.
from one angle, from one screen.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you due to connectivity, there's a lag, that kind of stuff. How do you tackle that? Do you face the same problem or
Yes,
challenge?
of course. I give, if it's for personal training, yes, of course, I have to see my client to make sure that they're doing everything in the right form, in the right way.
Okay.
But it's challenging because I have to explain everything in details, So that's the challenging part, especially if it's a group session. I go on Instagram Live,
Okay.
so I can't see them. So I
Alright.
have to make sure that I'm explaining everything, giving different options for all levels, I don't know who's behind the camera.
Right.
I don't know what's their level. So I have to make sure that I'm saying, giving them many options,
Right.
So that's the challenging part.
I can only imagine right now as you go live on Instagram, it's like, how do you feel? Good.
Exactly.
Hearts. Wow. So what's happening now? Are you doing a bit of both between online and offline?
Yes, I'm doing both. But what I give in the gym is different than what I give online these days. In the gym, I just give fitness classes.
Okay.
But online, I'm just focusing on mobility and flexibility classes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So when it comes to fitness classes, are we talking about like a mix of strength, cardio,
Yeah,
or do you have
exactly,
your own
yes.
thing?
Yeah. It's a program, mix of strength and conditioning. So yeah, that's what we do in the gym.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess obviously I need some activity.
We all need it. We all
You look
need it.
great. What are you talking
Thank
about?
you so much.
I mean, you look fit. We need more. But no, here's the thing. Now, with all the plans that's going on with the coaching and the fitness, what's the future like? What do you think is going to happen?
Okay, my future plan, I'm already working on it. And inshallah, by end of the year, me and my husband Khalid Bissiki, we're going to have our own gym. So yeah, that's my future plan for now. And inshallah, we will expand if things went well.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll be joining the gym. In that case, we need to
Hopefully.
lose some weight and get more fit.
Yeah.
So any last words to your viewers?
Last word, move. Just keep on moving, because movement is medicine.
Right.
That's it.
Beautifully said.
Thank
Well,
you.
Sarah, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you
with us
so
here on Bahrain
much.
Now. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it yourself. Moving is medicine. The words of Sarah Kohoji. All that took place right here on Bahrain Now. Well, dear viewers, we have reached the end of our episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Don't forget to send us your feedback via email and our social media accounts shown below. Till next time, goodbye and God bless.